Lily was just 7 years old when the nightmares began. Every night she would hear faint, scratching noises coming from beneath her bed. At first, she thought it might be her imagination. Her parents told her it was just the house settling or the wind outside. But she knew something was there. One night, she worked up the courage to peek under the bed, armed with her flashlight. She took a deep breath, leaned over, and held her breath as the light swept across the dark space. Nothing was there. Just some old toys and forgotten dust bunnies. She sighed in relief and climbed back under her covers, trying to laugh at herself. But as the weeks passed, the sounds grew louder, whispering voices, faint laughter, and sometimes the sensation of something tugging at her blanket while she slept. She was too scared to look again, so every night, she squeezed her eyes shut and prayed for morning. Then, one night, she woke up to the cold feeling of something thin and brittle, brushing against her ankle, then curling around her leg. Paralyzed with fear, she glanced down to see a long, skeletal hand retreating beneath her bed, its sharp fingers leaving faint scratches on her skin. She wanted to scream, but she couldn't. She tried calling for her parents, but her voice barely made a sound. Desperate, she reached over to her nightstand, grabbed her flashlight, and aimed it under the bed, her hand shaking. What she saw under there froze her blood. A face was staring back at her, pale and stretched with hollow, sunken eyes, its mouth twisted into a wide, unnatural grin as it whispered in a voice that sounded like dry leaves scraping across pavement. "I told you not to look." Lily scrambled back, her hand slipping as the flashlight clattered to the floor, throwing everything into darkness. She felt something cold and bony grip her ankle again, pulling her toward the edge of the bed. She screamed, thrashing, trying to kick free, but the grip only tightened, just when she thought she'd be pulled completely under. The door burst open, and the lights flicked on. Her parents rushed in, finding her alone, trembling on the bed with a deep, red mark around her ankle. They held her close, assuring her it was just a bad dream, that nothing was there. But Lily knew the truth. From that night on, her parents never understood why she refused to sleep in her bed. And if anyone asked her, she'd simply say, "I'm just following the rules. I'm never looking under there again." And she never did. But some nights, if she lay very, very still, she could still hear the scratching beneath the bed, waiting. ChatGPT can make mistakes,